There we go. There we go. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to United Real Therapy, people. Welcome to United Real Therapy. Well, I didn't have time last night, people. Man's been out there protesting, losing his voice, doing all sorts of madness. Try to bring about peace in this world, man. Try to bring about compassion and love in this world, in this heartless world, some of you might say. But today, it's the last game of the Premier League, people. And what a game that means absolutely nothing for us. Against, by the way, our bogey team in the Premier League. So against the team that we most despise playing against. I really don't like playing against them. So big up everybody that's coming in here. Right, I know things are opening up a bit. I know that things are opening up a bit, people. I know that, people have got headaches this morning because people have been out seeing friends, seeing family, going to restaurants. That's really good, isn't it? It's good. I was out and about last night, yesterday, and it was good to see things are getting back to whatever normal is, people. But we're playing Wolverhampton, one of the most bogey team. And actually, some dramatic news on their side. Their manager, it's his last game. Nuno Espirito Santos is his last game. I think Wolves are making a mistake. Me personally, I think it's been a very truncated season. It's been a season that has been, in terms of, like, especially clubs like Wolverhampton, clubs like Everton, they rely on their fans. And when you can't have fans in the stadium, it changes the whole atmosphere of the team, of the balance. I mean, we see that as well, how it's affected Liverpool, how it's affected United. I think they made a mistake. I think he's a good manager. The only thing for me is that about Nuno, I like everything. I like his coaching staff. I like the way they work. The only thing is that at times he was too negative. It's really interesting. In the Championship, they were very much attacking. And a lot of the players that they bought in, a lot of those young Portuguese, obviously we know that is one of the biggest agents in world football. I forgot his name, but one of the biggest agents in football was involved in actually putting together Nuno and this kind of Portuguese takeover of this, like, Wolverhampton and the Premier League, and even when they were in the Championship. What's his name? The agent. Can somebody tell me what's his name? Some of you are there. The agent that's involved getting all these players. But I just think he was too defensive. I really like every aspect of him. I like the way he sets out the team. But I think he was too defensive. And I think Wolves are making a mistake. I'd be very shocked if Wolves go and get a better manager. I think he seems George Mendes. That's it, James. Big up James, man. Straight to everybody gets in here before we get into this review, people. Let's get everybody in here. George Mendes. So George Mendes has absolutely, he's been the director of football. A super agent has been acted like he's the director of football, and absolutely went and bought young Portuguese players from all sorts of teams in Portugal. And Nuno Gomes and the majority of the backroom staff, they're all Portuguese. It's become like Portugal national team. Wolverhampton, a.k.a. Portuguese youth team or Portuguese under-23 team. That is what it's become. Big up to every one of you in here, people. Big up to every one of you in here. So I think they're making a mistake. I think that he's kept Wolverhampton competitive in the past couple of years. I do think that in some games, sometimes he goes a bit too negative and too defensive. And I think that it is all combination of the project that they started and the promise to the young players were Champions League football. I think they were close. I think if you take out the pandemic, I think Wolverhampton would have made a stake this season. I think they would have made a stake this season. If you take away the pandemic and especially home games, I think they missed their fans. Like majority of the small teams. So, yeah, man. The Scarlet, you know this. Big up, man. Big up every one of you in here. I think they're making a huge mistake. I think I would have given him one more season to see if he can get to Champions League football or can get into that top 4, top 6. But unfortunately, as it's worked out for them this season, I think they're not. I don't know even. I mean, looking at the table, I don't think they're going to qualify for Europa League even. I think they're way down. I think they're way down in the league, and I think it's going to be very difficult for them. I mean, they're in 12. Wolverhampton are in 12, and I think maybe that's why they try to get rid because it's not even no European football. It might be. No. He's not. He's not. George Mendes is not. Unless Bruno's changed. Unless Bruno has changed agent, he's not. George Mendes is not. But he's a super agent. Before Mino Raiola, the biggest agent in world football was George Mendes. It could be Mata's last game. I mean, we'll come to that. We'll come to that in a minute. The players who I think should be their last game. But, Glazers out, win, lose, or draw. That's how we roll. But let's get into this, people. Wolverhampton, our bogey team. We've already talked about their problems this season. I mean, in the last 5 games, Wolverhampton really have not done anything. The last games, they've not really won any of the games, really. They've drawn, they've drawn, like, if you look at the last games in the Premier League, you know what I mean? Like they lost against Everton. They won against Brighton. They drew against West Brom. They lost Spurs. They lost against Spurs. So if you look at their last couple of results, their results have not been really. Burnley whacked them for 4. You know what I mean? West Ham beat them. So yeah, it's been a very disappointing season on their behalf. But I think a lot of things that it's a combination of other things, but basically I think it is the pandemic that's run a madness for them. 24 reviewing here, guys. This is unusual. This is probably the earliest show I've ever done, so it's good to know that. I'm trying to still gauge it out. I'm new to this YouTube game, and I'm trying to figure out times to do videos. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to do the video last night. But 24 in here, please smash a like, get that algorithm so people can watch this video. You know me, I give it to you raw, ready, and straight. That's how I give it to you, raw, ready, straight. That's how you get on this channel. This is the official. I know that people might have gone quiet on Twitter and everywhere else, but this is the headquarters of the Glazers Out campaign, people. Glazers out. Win, lose, or draw, regardless what happens today. But let's get into this game. Today, this game is quite meaningless, to be fair. It's quite meaningless. Our record, last time we won a game was against Roma, if I'm not mistaken. The Roma game at home when we beat them 6-2. That's the last time we won a game, people. That's the last time we won a game. It's been really disappointing since we got into the final of the Europa League final, which is coming up on Wednesday, which is a huge make or break for our season. So today means little bit to me, nothing. And even that record, our record of away games means nothing to me because it's been a weird season. Like I said, majority of these teams didn't have any fans in their stadiums. So to me, it's a bit of a freak. It's not like we play incredible football and our away football has been amazing and we deserve to win every game. We have won it, and the record and on the record history, it would say Man United, you know what I mean, 2021 season, Man United went there and beat all these teams away. I would like to keep that record intact today for what it's worth, but I don't think we've been convincing. But today is against our bogey team. How many games have we won there? I mean, people can correct me, but I don't think we've won. I don't think we've won there since they've been in the Premier League, in the league game. I don't think we have. I think they've beat us twice. They knocked us out of the FA Cup. I remember that. I think we've drawn a couple of times, but I don't think we've won there. I don't remember Man United winning in Wolverhampton Stadium. I don't remember that, people. They are, like I said, our bogey team. So, Ollie, the lineup is going to be very, very interesting today. I think he has to make changes. I think for sure, Juan Bissaka, Luke Shaw, I don't want to see them in the team today. I want to see Tellers. Win, lose, or draw this game. It means nothing. We're going to finish second anyway. we're going to finish second or third. Finishing second or third when you're that many points behind the team that's won the league means nothing anyway. For me, it doesn't. It doesn't. I mean, I'm trying to keep this to the standards of Man United. If Man United were 3 points off, I'd be like, you know what? United have to go and smash Wolverhampton today. We're not. We're not, people. We're not. So let's just take stock. Let's take where we are. Let's be realistic. It means nothing to me today. But honestly, I don't want to lose before a game. So I genuinely do not want to lose. We're what? 12 points behind Man City. That's what we are. 12 points behind Man City. We're on 79, they're on 83. So it just, if we were like 5 points, 3 points behind them, or you know what I mean, closer to them, then I'll be like, or 6 points even. I'll be like, you know what? It is progress. But when you were talking about 12 points, that's a lot. That is a lot to me. That is a lot. And for me, it's been a weird season. I can get gassed. I can gas you up. I can gaslight you all. I can be like, yo, we finished second. We're the second best team in this league. Yes, we are on points. But do you feel like we're the second best team? And do you feel like next season, Man United can go one further? No, we don't. But let's stick to this game before I get sidetracked. Before I get sidetracked, people. Welcome, everybody, man. Welcome, everybody. Please smash a like. Smash a like, people. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And yeah, share the video. Get people, let your friends know about the channel, people. Let your friends know about the channel. Petro, because it's miles better than McFred. Oh, of course, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Listen, we already know this. But let's get into this game. So I think today changes need to be made because I think our season, people, rest on what happens on Wednesday. The result on Wednesday. Our whole season has come to the final of that Europa League. And most of you know me, know how much I hate the Europa League. But it's a trophy at the end of the day, and it'd be a trophy for this team and a trophy for this manager. And it would be a trophy. It'd be like a trophy to win at the end of the season. But I hate it. I would have rather have been at Wembley contesting for the FA Cup. You know that. You know that. You know me. I'm a traditionalist in that sense. But today he has to make changes because we got the big game. Totally because we got the big game. And I think the players who are going up on that pitch have to do themselves, have to assert themselves of wearing that Manchester United shirt and not get beat, or try to win the game. I mean, they are a bogey team. Their manager's leaving. Their players are in disarray. Their mood is low. At the end of the day, a lot of their futures depends on what's going to happen to Wolverhampton. So we're going into a club that's going to be managerless. It's his last game today. Could the players, to their players, think, you know what, let's send Nuno on a high and beat Man United in a meaningless game? Maybe they could do that, but it could go the other way as well. They could be like, they could be so sad and gutted that their manager's leaving. So I think today I expect changes. Ollie said on his presser, some of the youngsters could play. I think some of the youngsters could play, and some of the under 23s are in the squad. And that would be really good to see some new faces, some of the youngsters today. But I would definitely rest. I think Lindelof can still play because he's not played every game this season. There were last parts of the season where Bailly has played with Maguire. Even though Maguire's walking, obviously at Sir Alex Ferguson's press screening of his documentary, we see Maguire without no boot, without no crutches, walking. But Ollie said Maguire might not be, he's going to give him till Tuesday to see to get up his fitness. But let's talk about the game, people, because we've not won there. I don't think we've won at their ground. Is it called Melanie? Is that what it's called? Their stadium? Correct me, people, if I'm wrong about that. But I think whoever gets their chance has to prove today that they want to be pushing on to get the first team or in and around the first team or to be in the squad. And I'm talking about the youth players. So I hope some of them get the chance today. And the way you beat Wolverhampton is by isolating their 3 centre-backs. It depends what they're going to play today. If they're going to play four at the back, or is going to stay with 3. That's the way you beat them. And you beat them by exposing their centre-halves. That's how you do it. And in the channels, because their wing-backs like to get up high. And it's about getting pace to isolate their 3 centre-backs. That's how you beat them. But as in fairness of a team, I think Henderson will play. I think I would think that Williams will play right back, or I could be wrong. Wan-Bissaka. But Williams, I would pick Williams, and then I would also pick Lindelof, Tuanzebe, or Bailly. It don't matter who plays there as a centre halves, because we're going to need them to play anyway on Wednesday. And then maybe give Telles a chance in midfield. I will play Donny in this game because we know 100% Donny's not going to play in the final. So Donny should play today. Donny, maybe Matic, Pogba, and the forward should be Greenwood. Greenwood up front, definitely. I would rest Rashford. I wouldn't play Rashford. I would rest him for the league. If Martial is fit, Ollie said Martial isn't fit, but then he was training with the first team, so that's a bit weird, unless he's had a setback. But Martial should play if he's back. That's the team. I think that would be the team. Bruno, I would definitely rest Bruno. I would definitely rest Cavani. I'll wrap him up because we're going to need him. But I would play Pogba, Matic, and Fred and McTominay have picked up knocks anyway. They said they'll be all right for Wednesday. But we know that they're going to play regardless. So we already know. So we might as well rest them. We might as well rest them today and not play them today. Because if you're going to play them on Wednesday, and they're the first. The two players that are first on the team sheet is Scott McTominay and Fred. That's what Ollie is about, people. That is what Ollie is about. Guys, there's about 40 of you in here. Please smash a like, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. But let's get into it, people. And then I would give a couple of the youngsters. Ilanga, maybe bring him back, play him off the left. Maybe James. James has not played. He's been injured. James would play today. I think James is going to play today. And then maybe Diallo and Greenwood up front. That's what I would play. 4-3-3. I play Pogba, Matic, Van der Beek, and then I would play the three up front would be Greenwood down the middle, Ilanga on one side, James on the left, and Diallo on the right. That's what I would play. That is what I would play. No, Talas will play as a left back. As a left back, as a left back. But I would definitely. Williams will play today. Williams, Lindelof, Tuanzebe, or Bailly. It doesn't matter really. And then Telles and the three in midfield. I'll play Pogba. I'll play Greenwood up to top. I'll play Van der Beek. I'll play Matic, and then I'll play James, Diallo, and Greenwood. That's the team, people. Let me know if I'm wrong, but that's what, because we want pace. We want to isolate the way that we could win this game and keep on this record, this I think is quite false, misleading record of away games. But at the end of the day, on the records, it will say Man United went all these games unbeaten. So if you want to keep that unbeaten record for confidence for going into next season, these players need to go and give it today. And it is meaningless, but I think with the performance that you could show today, can you put a doubt or get Ollie thinking, somebody put in a proper game today, away in a difficult game, in a difficult ground where we've not won in the league. We've not won since they've been up. We've not beaten them. And that to me is a travesty. It's an absolute travesty. We've not beaten them. And that's a testament, to be fair, to Nuno Espirito Santos and his coaching team and the team that he's put together. But yeah, I think their players will play. The player that I would want from them is, you know, what I feel about Neto. I'm in that Neto. I'm in that Neto. I'm the founder, you know, director, chairman of the Neto Manchester United club. That's what I am. I think he's a fantastic player. And hopefully you'll get to see, some of you guys will get to see him today. If he plays. Obviously, they've had injuries this season. Jimenez killed them. And I don't know if Jimenez is going to be right. That was one of the most horrific, tragic clash of heads that I've seen in a long time, I've ever seen. And actually, there was no fans in the stadium. Arsenal against Wolverhampton. You know, that head, that you could hear how loud it was. That head clash between him and that the Arsenal centre half, the Brazilian. And it's just, yeah, it's crazy to think that he's missed most of the season. And without his goals, they've looked for wanting, to be fair. So he's unfortunate. So I don't know if he's going to play today. Guys, there's 50 of you in here. Please like, share, subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel already. Please let people know about this channel. And these Muppets, man, these Muppets. There's always Muppets, man. It's one or two Muppets, always. Always. There's one or two Muppets, always, that come on here. And yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's how we go, people. That is how we go, people. So let's get into one of your things to think. I think they're a very good team. I think they miss Jimenez. I think they've got fantastic players. I think, I think they're gonna come for us. I think, knowing that they wanna pay a tribute to Nunes and to the coaching staff, because this is his last game today. It'd be interesting to see who they already set up. Who are they getting? Who's the next manager to come in? And did he get sacked because of this defensive mindset, how defensive he's been in some of the games, or is he getting sacked for finishing 12? And are Wolves moving like that? Are Wolves moving like that? Are they moving like, if you finish at the bottom half of the table, regardless whatever manager you are getting sacked? Is that how they're moving? Is that how they're moving, people? But anyway, that's my team. Do you agree with the team? I'll say the team again. Henderson, Williams right back, Lindelof Bailly, Telles left back, midfield Van der Beek, Pogba, Matic, and the three that play in front of them would be Greenwood as a centre forward, James on the left, and Diallo on the right. That's what I would play. That's the team that I would play. That is the team that I would play, people. So that is the top. That is the team that I would play. I'll come into that in a minute, Yafu. Definitely. You know me. You know me. I ain't never in this channel. It is when I say freedom of speech, bro. It is freedom of speech. There ain't nothing I'm not gonna discuss. There ain't nothing I'm gonna go, you know what? I'm not gonna discuss that. I'm gonna give my views on that in a minute. Wolverhampton, Manchester United, 4 o'clock. Last game of the season, last game in the Premier League season. I want to hear your thoughts. I really want to hear your thoughts. I genuinely want to hear your thoughts, people, on what you think. What you think about our season. Do you think we finished second, and second means that we're going to go and push on next season? Do you think as this team got levels to go with a full Old Trafford next season? Do you think we would lose the 5-6 games that we've lost at Old Trafford? Yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting. But anyway, guys, I will be talking about that. I'll be talking about the disgraceful way that Arsenal Fan TV have treated Mo as a contributor to that channel for 7 years. 7 years that guy has been a contributor, and the way he was treated because why he's standing up for human rights. Palestinian rights are human rights, people. It's not a controversial. Free Palestine. There ain't nothing controversial about free Palestine. Free Palestine, people. That's what we're doing. But get your, before we move on to that, get your predictions in, people. Get your predictions in. Get your predictions in for today. Get your prediction and let me know what you think about. Of course, bro. Of course. Of course, bro. Let me know what you think today. What do you think the score would be? And we already know McTominay and Fred are going to play in this final, so we want to be able to go for. We want to be able to go for the win. You know, the last game, just to give the players a bit of confidence, to lift everybody, because we're going to need we're going to need everybody to be up for the final. I mean, I'm so nervous, and you know what? Because I hate the Europa League. For me, it means nothing. That's me personally. It means nothing to me whether Man United win or not, because I hate that competition. I never want to be in that competition. Man United do not belong in the Europa League. we do not belong in the Europa League. And it shows you the shambles way that this club is run, the shambolic way this club is run, that Man United have to compete in the Europa League, right? Being in there once, winning it, that's fine. Because it was one of the last trophies that we've never won. It was one of the trophies that we're missing as part of the collection. Give you historical context, people. It used to be called the UEFA Cup back in the day. And it was a tough, because back in the day, the league winners of all the top teams in Europe, the league winners would all go to the Champions League. Second place in the league, the team that's pushed the team that's won the league would go into that. And it was a tougher competition to win. And now it's been sanitized, and I do not like it. I absolutely hate watching Thursday night. Thursday night is date night, people. Date night, movie night. Thursday night should not be watching football and watching bloody Europa League. And I hate that. I hate the music. I hate every aspect of it. But I'll be absolutely gutted for a lot of you guys. And I'll be gutted for the players and the manager for the work that they've done to get to there, because we've had to play so many games to get there. It's been a slug, right? But let me come into that. I think that's the team that I said. Give me some of your results. What you guys think? Yeah, I mean, that's what it was. That's what it was, people. 2-0. What you reckon? Yeah. Red for Life thinks 2-0. 2-0 to United. Okay. Okay. Oh. Has he got 2-0 to them? Red for Life. Was that 2-0 to us? Okay, it's 2-0 United. 2-0 United. Okay. Fine, we'll go with that. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Yeah, of course we're going to be nervous. You know the weirdest thing it would be? Greater Manchester's 4 million. Yeah, Greater Manchester population is 4 million. Apparently, Ferroreal is 45,000. If we were getting beat by a team that has got a population, or in an area of where in Spain that's got 45,000 people, that is madness. Absolute madness. I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that. Yo, that ain't it's not controversial. Here we go here. Man United were 2-0 to United. 1-1. Most likely it would be 0-0. It could be 0-0. 1-1 we got here. H1. Canacia, the red, says 0-0. Okay, here we go. There we go. United should always be in UEFA Champions. Yeah, exactly. 2-1. 2-1 Wolves, Samson saying, man. 2-1 Wolves. What would I rate the season out of 10? It's been obviously a very difficult season. Like I said, we can all be very, very disappointed, can be very critical of our team. I don't know if this is the real rants and bants. Is that the real? I don't think so. But anyway, 1-1. 1-1, he says. 1-1. I don't know that's the real rants and bants. I don't think so, people. I don't think so. But I would give this season 7. Now, hear me out. Hear me out before you all jump down my throat. Hear me out. Because you know I'm critical. I tell it as it is. I give it a 7 because it's a 7. No, actually, it's a 6. The season has been a 6 because shambolic performances. That the fact that we got relegated from the Champions League into the Europa League, that was shocking to me. It was shambles. It was horrendous. The fact that happened and Ollie and the team couldn't sort it out was horrific. The way we went out, even when he had a fantastic start, going away to Paris and doing a job on them like we always do. That's our ground, mate. That's our ground. That Paris's home ground is our ground, people. We own that ground, man. They should give us shares on that ground because we go there, we always smack them. Even with youngsters, we go there and smack them and do a job on them. And then the way we played against Leipzig at home, you know, and then that goal we conceded. I don't think Man United team will ever concede a goal like we conceded against Istanbul. I don't think we'll ever concede. It's still to this day, my mind's blowing to see how we lost that game in Istanbul against a team I am older than. Majority of people are older. Majority of you are older than that team that beat us. 6.5 maybe. So the season, I think 6.5. So, and our away record has been brilliant. We've lost so many games at home, but to me, it's the 10 draws. What kills me is the 10 draws. That's the reason why I would say 6 to 6.5. That's what I would say. Out of 10, 6 to 6.5. And that's what the season is for me, you know? But we'll come on to it anyway. We'll come on to what we think about now. Neil Ashton propaganda people has been running madness. So, and some of you are being getting gassed about Man United in for Kane. Man United are getting Sancho. Man United are getting Declan Rice. Man United are linked with Haaland. Even that's gone a bit quiet. Man United are going to get Ronaldo back. Guys, you've not been paying attention. You have not been paying any attention. I always said this. I said it on Mr. Aaron UTD's. Shout out Aaron, Saeed TV. I've been saying this for a long time on a Straight Jacket podcast. And tomorrow we'll be on there around 5:30 people. So those of you who don't know, subscribe to Saeed's channel. You know, he's on the road to 40,000. We've been on that journey with Saeed, as many of you know, for a long time. But I've been saying it for anybody who would ever hear me, that if any time, if it was a club, if there was a structure, if there was ownership that ever wanted an excuse not to spend money, it's the Man United owners and the bankers that control us. Woodward is going. Rumours are already out there. Neil Ashton is already putting it out there. Richard Arnold to replace him. So one Bristol banker for another Bristol banker. That's how we moving people. Harry Kane has basically sold to Man City, come on, get me. When Harry Kane tells you, and Man United fans are like, we need to get Kane. Why do we need to get Kane? Why do we need Kane? Kane, he's the cherry on top. That's what Harry Kane would be. Harry Kane is a fantastic footballer. He's a fantastic striker. He's got a dodgy ankle. He's out for a couple of months of the season, every season. Let's get that right, people. Injury record is there because we're sick of having players or buying players that have got injury prone, are injury prone, right? But he's a fantastic striker. He's probably second or third best striker in the world, right? But he's not going to solve, he's not going to bring a magic wand and going to come and basically come and make Fred and McTominay into a fantastic passing midfielders, running a game. He's not going to turn them into, he's not going to turn Fred into Scholes. He's not going to turn, McTominay into Darren Fletcher, prime Darren Fletcher. He's not going to do that. Or Michael Carrick. He's not going to do that, people. Facts. So getting him ain't not going to be the answer. Man United, if you want to build a team, you have to build a team. It's called a team, people. There's a team. There's 11 players, and there's a squad. There's a larger squad of 20 or 25 maybe, or 23. Man United need to go and get 4 first-team players. 4 first-team players. That's who the Man United need to go and get before they need to go and get Harry Kane. Harry Kane would be the 4th or the 5th guy that I would get for this team. We already know about the keepers. We already know Henderson is not good enough. Henderson ain't good enough. He's not proving it. David De Gea, for me, he's done at Man United. He's done. Even though he saved us, he's been brilliant. You know, without him, we would not be in the final that we are on Wednesday, right? Facts. Without David De Gea, we would not be. We would not be in the final. That is a fact, and everybody knows it. And if you are, because I only talk about what I see. I always call it as I see it, people. So, Man United need a centre-half. Or I think it's another centre-half. And Tuan Zabi need to be given a chance. Because Tuan Zabi might as well, he's wasted his time this season. So, a dominant centre-half Man United need. Man United need a playmaking CDM. But we don't just need that. We need another number 8. Because Ollie doesn't play Van der Beek. Because Van der Beek can play as a number 8, but he doesn't play. So Man United need 2 midfield players. A certified holder and a number 8 that can play as a number 6. Fred and McTominay, one of them needs to go, or they can be in the squad. Because next season, if we're all going for it, people, they need to be in squad. Football is about midfield. It's how good your midfield is. You take control of games is how good your midfield is. Why do you think Pep Guardiola doesn't even play with strikers sometimes? Because controlling the midfield, you control the game. You're most likely going to win that game. When you're more dominant in the midfield, I played in midfield since I played organized football, since I've been in teams. Why? Why did I want to play in midfield? Why did I want to play centre half? Why did I want to? Because midfield control is important. Man United, every season. I remember when season where Roy Keane got injured. We didn't win nothing. We didn't win nothing, people. Why? Because Roy Keane was one of the best midfielders in world football at that time. Without somebody like him, without Scholes. Scholes went into retirement. We were so short in midfield, Scholes had to come out of retirement. Facts, people. Facts. And Man United need a balance in the right wing. We need a right winger. Facts. We need a right winger. We've not had a right winger since Valencia. Sometimes our football is so jaded to one side, and teams can stop that. Teams can stop the connection between Rashford, Luke Shaw, and Pogba on that side. Sometimes they can, but we can't switch the ball to the other side. We don't switch the ball one side. You absolutely move the teams about, especially when you're playing against the block, a very low block, and you're playing against like when 11 people just sit back and their striker is playing like he's a CDM. You need to be able to shift the ball quickly. And Manchester United having wide players, inverted wingers, is super important. Wan-Bissaka is left out there and then we're all criticizing. He's one person. Greenwood is not a natural guy who faces up people, who's going to create goals. He's not. He is not. We need a right winger. And then, so I said a keeper because I don't think he's good enough. Because one of them has to go. One of them has to go. We can't go, he's going to play this game, he's going to play that game. We can't have that. One of them has to go. One of them has to go. So a goalkeeper, a centre half, 2 midfielders, and then maybe possibly a striker. No, sorry, a right winger. Then the guy would be, if you get then Kane, then fine, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it all day. Then we can talk about Kane. Then we can talk about Lewandowski. Then we can talk about Haaland. But having a striker ain't going to solve our problems, people. It's not going to solve our problems. There is structural problems in this team. There is structural problems in our team. And if you can't see it, and you're falling for the Neil Ashton propaganda, and you're falling for propaganda. Somebody, you know what, messaged me the other day. Somebody's like, because you know what, I've deleted the app. I've deleted the app. Glazers out, people. I got on there because I thought, you know what, I can get some of the quotes just for the channel, Ollie's quotes and stuff like that. I deleted the app. But somebody told me now in the Manchester United official website, official Twitter, and official website, and on the app, they've got transfer rumours. Manchester United Football Club looks at all the rumours that are created by agents like Neil Ashton. Then Neil Ashton told them, actually, you can have rumours as a Manchester United. We're the only club to do that. Liverpool don't do it. City don't do it. Chelsea don't do it. Tell me one club, what club in this league or what club in European football that literally, officially, the club has a transfer speculation on their official app. It's app. I told you guys before. I've told you a million times. It's all about the mentions. That's how the Glazers make money. It's all about the mentions. It's been linked. And Neil Ashton is linking us with a whole hell of a players. That's what they're doing. Glazers out, people. Glazers out. No, they're not. I'm sorry, Kurt. I'm sorry, Kurt. Man United are not favourites. Harry Kane basically said, some of you might have missed it. Some of you might have missed it, right? Harry Kane said, they asked him what player would he like to play with. Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne. What does that mean? It means City, come on, get me. He's pleading with Man City. And he's actually now put Man City in a stronger negotiation position than they were before. Because he's made it known that he wants to go and play for Man City and play under Pep Guardiola and play with Kevin De Bruyne. That's what he wants to do. That is what he wants to do. So all of you, especially the younger fans, my heart bleeds for you. Seriously, my heart bleeds for you. Because you're getting pulled. You're getting played on the fiddle. That's what Neil Ashton's doing. That's what this club does. That's what we do to our fans. That's what we do to our fans. Club will come out and go, no, we're not linked with that player. No, we're not. No. Because it's not. They make money from being linked. So they pay journalists, pay a PR guy, Neil Ashton, to go and link Man United with 20 players. That's what they do. And Ed Woodward stands up, right, when he's talking to the shareholders and says, oh, you know, we're trending. But we already know what the no penny campaign, not a penny more campaign has done. People, if you're on Twitter and on social media, get onto not a penny more. Not a penny more. Please like and share and subscribe. There's nearly 70 of you in here, guys. Like, subscribe, share, please. Because here we tell you facts. I only deal with facts here. Trust me. And I know how media manipulation works. I know how media manipulation works and how propaganda it is. I've been watching the Glazers. I've been keeping an eye on how they work. That's why I've been telling you about the bankers. 3 bankers from Bristol University. Ed Woodward, Richard Arnold, Matt Judge. Bankers in charge making football decisions at this club. Glazers need to go, mate. Apology not accepted. Whether Joe Glazer, Avram Glazer, whoever it is, all of them get on that call with the fans. Out. Apology not accepted. 50 plus 1 rule, or see you later, mate. That means the fans controlling. That means fans controlling people. Glazers out. That's how it is. So don't all fall for the propaganda. Don't fall for it, because Man United make money. They make money or be linked with Harry Kane or Sancho or any of these players or Haaland. That's what they do. Be linked with 20 players. That's what Man United do. Man, we're not run like a football club, people. We stop that when Ferguson left. Ferguson was the only thing that was making us relevant in terms of football. When he left, the bankers took full control of that club and took control of the footballing matters, which they know nothing about. Facts. And John Mehta and whoever it is ain't going to solve it, because he's been there for 8 years with the bankers, facilitating the bankers to wreak havoc on Man United. That is who we are, people. Do not forget that. Do not forget that. Do not be this way, being linked with this player, linked with that player. And big up to everybody that was outside Old Trafford and took a placard from me to say Glazers out. Enough is enough. Big up to every one of you that was outside Old Trafford that took a placard from me. Big up, because I know a lot of you came up to me and were chatting to me, right? And telling me about how they appreciate my channel, right? How they appreciate the channel. No, it's not my channel. It's our channel, people. It's our channel. And here we speak facts, right? So Harry Kane, why would he want to go? Harry Kane wants to win trophies. Manchester United have not won a trophy for 4 years. Manchester United have not even sniffed a semi-final of the Champions League since when? Since Fergie left, right? We've not been 5 or 6 points behind the league leaders. We've not. We're 12 points behind. We've cut it down to what it was last year from 20 odd what it was from Liverpool. But yes, we've progressed this season. Ollie's doing some fantastic things in the background. But then Ollie is also doing some absolute stupid things as well in terms of his lineup and team. And then he's also covering up for the Glazers and telling us, oh, they backed me. Back to you to what? Back to you to what, Ollie? Where are we? You're going into next season will be your 3rd season. Your 3rd season next season, people. That's what will be Ollie's, right? At the end of the day, this club structure needs to be decimated. Glazers need to go. They need to go. That is facts. They need to go. Apology not accepted. Fans need to have a control of this. They need to sell and go, or we need to get on there, on the ball, and put in a proper football structure. That's what we need to do, people. That is what we need to do. That is what we need to do. So please, I'm begging you, do not fall for the hype. Even if they were to buy Sancho, Harry Kane, if they were going to buy, let's say those 2 players, it's not going to fix it. We've got structural problems, and I'm ranting like a madman because I'm just going to repeat myself. We've got structural. Please educate yourself on football. Educate yourself. Lindelof and Maguire are not good enough. Fred and McTominay are not good enough. Roy Keane said it. And we've been saying it for years. Roy Keane finally said it, and we've been saying it for years. And I see the quote from Scott McTominay try to defend himself. Scott, I'm sorry. You're not good enough. You're a late developer. Yeah, but you're not good enough. Man United, the place where they go, you're a squad player. You are a squad player at best. You're not good enough. You pass the ball back too many times and sideways. Man United do not need that. You get pressed easy. You are a number 8. And you should be going up and down and breaking in. That's where we like you the most. Not as a defensive holding guy. Your best form you've shown when you break into the area and in the box because you're a good finisher. But as for Man United to go and contest Champions League and the league, and I mean contest, you're not good enough, mate. You've not showing us that you're good enough yet. You've not. So no disrespect to you. I would always support you because you put on a Man United shirt. But you and Fred are not the answer to Man United midfield. You're not the answer. You will never be the answer. Regardless, you will never be the answer. Because you don't have the technical ability. You don't have the awareness, the passing capability to lift the team. I heard that you're a leader in around the training ground, in and around the club. Fantastic. Fantastic. We need more leaders that know what it means to play for Man United. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, we can be positive. Yes, Lloyd. Can't we be positive? Of course we can. Like I said, we finished second. It's a progress. It is progress. We have finished second. It is progress in a truncated season, in a time where you know the players have not been able to have a breather, where everybody's been together. You know what I mean? We've done well. We've done well. To me, the Champions League, getting kicked out of the Champions League would always hurt me and devastate me. But we have done well because we've stayed true. We've drawn too many games for my liking. I think we could have seriously made a dent at the league this season. I think we could have seriously made a dent at this season. This is one of our best chances to have won the league. But I respect Ollie. I respect all the things that he gets right. But here, I'm never going to be a hypocrite. I'm also going to point out the things that he's got wrong. That's how it is. That's why I'm never getting caught up in this Ollie in, Ollie out. The games where he pisses me off, like against Liverpool, where he puts Rashford up top and Pogba on the right, I'm going to call that out. I'm going to call that out. That was what would a PE teacher would do. But in the games where he goes to and silences Mourinho and Mourinho gets a sack, then I say that was Ollie masterclass. That was Ollie masterclass. That's what I would say. Guys, there's nearly 80 of you in here. Please smash a like on this video, people. Subscribe. Now, some of you asked me, and I'm going to come on. I'm going to come on to my disappointment with Arsenal Fan TV and my disappointment with Robbie, Uncle Robbie, as I call him. First of all, I want to say this: Robbie, for me, is an innovator. He is a pioneer of fan channels, and he doesn't get that much of the love. If Robbie was a white man, right? Was a white man, he would be getting a lot more love. He will not be as criticized. And actually, mainstream media, mainstream sport media see him as a threat because he's opening the floodgates for us to be able to interact like we are now. Genuine fans to give their opinions about their club. So as I have absolutely nothing but love and respect for him. So when he's facing racism, when he's facing hatred and discrimination and the fear that comes from mainstream media, I would always support and stand with Uncle Robbie. Always. I would always do that. That's what I would do, people. I would always stand with Uncle Robbie, right? Sun's coming out, people. Some of you maybe can't see me. You can see me. Anyway, I would always stand with him. And I would always be on his side. But one thing that I will not, I would call it out when I think that what they've done to Mo, right? Mo on Arsenal TV is despicable. What they've done to him is disgraceful. At the end of the day, one thing I would always give up, I would always big up for Mo is the fact that his humanity, his dignity, his fight for the freedom of Palestinians, to highlight the plight of the Palestinians. And for him, always to be wearing that badge was courageous. And I would always love and nothing but love and respect for him. And for Arsenal Fan TV, for the slaughter what we're watching, for the illegal occupation, right? Illegal occupation and the settler colonial racist system that's taking place in Israel, for Arsenal Fan TV to go against the opinions of a fan, right, of a supporter, right, who's standing up for human rights is nothing short of cowardly, is nothing short of despicable. Facts, people. Facts. That's what it is. People will come out already and try to support Uncle Robbie. You know what? You have your right to do that. But to me, I'm telling you what it is. At the end of the day, Mo was not making anything overtly political. People say it's political. No, it's not political. Human rights is not political. People who've been occupied, who are fighting, resisting against occupation, it's not political, people. It's called human rights. Human rights. Don't let them confuse you, people. This ain't no two countries fighting each other. This is an occupier, and this is people who are on the occupation resisting the occupiers. That's how it is. It's an oppressor, it's a victim, and the victim's fighting back against it. So to me, what Arsenal Fan TV have shown, they are standing with oppressors. That's what they're doing. They're standing with the oppressors. That's what Arsenal Fan TV is doing. And my heart is broken because I got a lot of love and respect for Robbie, right? I got a lot of love and respect for Robbie because I will always defend him against the racism and always the hatred that he gets from mainstream media. And the Muppets like Ray Powler, who, when he goes on to talk about the Super League, they go like, but you make money, you make money. Shut up, what does TalkSport do? What does TalkSport do? Absolute Muppet like Ray Powler. I would always defend him, but on this one, he's let me down. He's let all of his supporters, people who absolutely have nothing but love. Put banter aside. Put banter aside. Robbie, starting Arsenal Fan TV, being an innovator. He's been a pioneer. But what he's done this week, to me, shows he's chose money, and the threat of not getting money. He's chosen that over standing for human rights. And when he's making things about Black Lives Matter, right? For me, anybody who's oppressed, anybody in this world who's oppressed, who's been victimized, I would always stand with that and the human rights of people would always do that. I would always stand with that. And when Black Lives Matter, millions across the world stood for black people because we know, most people know, black people in Western Europe or in the West face discrimination because the way the system's set up, white supremacy is the heart of the most systems. And most institutions in this country and in the US and across Europe are racist against black people. Fact, people. That's why we say Black Lives Matter, because the systems and the society have shown us that black lives do not matter. And when people are saying Palestinian lives matter, they've come up short. Like I said, I'm only here to talk about facts. It's a humanitarian issue. Exactly. Exactly, that's what it is. And if it was the other way around, people, if it was the other way around and there was Muslims and that was suppressing Jews in that part of the world, we would be standing on the side of the Jewish people. Because we don't, on this channel, and those of us, conscious people of this world, do not choose. We don't choose. Say, you know what, we're choosing that because we're Muslim. Or no, human rights for everybody and equality for everybody. So when they've kicked Mo out of AFTV, to me, they've chosen to be the side of the oppressor. There's a famous quote by, and I'm going to butcher it. It's a famous quote by Martin Luther King. When you have chosen to be neutral in a situation, you have chosen the side of the oppressor. And the first time that I've heard about what happened to Mo, that is the first thing that came into my mind. That Robbie and Arsenal Fan TV, now that they've gone big. They've gone back, and like I said, a big Ollie up, Robbie up for giving people an opportunity to get on that channel. But at the end of the day, as an organization, Arsenal Fan TV, they have chosen the side of the oppressor. You can never stay neutral. You can never be neutral. Never be neutral when it comes to humanitarian issues. You can never be neutral. Don't get it twisted. And I seen one of the guys who's working out. One of the guys who's basically working for AFTV saying, "Oh, it's because of so many people." No, anti-Zionism doesn't equal anti-Jewish people. Mate, anti-Zionism doesn't equal anti-Semitism. No, it doesn't. Zionism is a racist ideology. Zionism is a racist ideology, and we're fighting against a racist ideology. Facts, people. Educate yourselves about what Zionism is. Zionism is saying, I, as somebody who is of a European Jewish descent, can come and kick Palestinian people, Palestinians who've lived in that land, of their forefathers' land, in their homes, kick them out and create a settler colonial project. No, people, no. We do not stand against that. We say it with our chest. I say it with my chest. We're against Zionism. That doesn't mean that we're against Jewish people or we're anti-Semites. We are not. And Arsenal Fan TV and Robbie, they have chosen to stand with the oppressor against the oppressed. This ain't two countries, people. 7 decades. For 7 decades. So the biggest thing I would say to you guys is educate yourselves. Educate yourselves, right? Judaism is a religion. Jewish people live all over the world. All over this world, right? They live in vast majority of them all over the world. They live all in all sorts of places, in all those continents. The state of Israel is not synonymous with being Jewish. It's not synonymous with being Jewish. It's not. It is not, people. And for you guys, don't equate what the state of Israel does, which is a racist settler colonial project, right? Racist settler colonial project with what Jewish people are. And as a fan TV, apparently the guy who does marketing for them has come out and said, "Oh, it's because we don't want to upset." We get loads of emails from Jewish supporters of Arsenal, and they don't want us to make it political. It's not political, mate. It's about human rights, mate. It's about fighting occupation. 63 or how many? 62. I've lost count of children have been murdered, bombed in their beds, in their homes. Have humanity, mate. Have humanity. Have humanity. Don't give me PR speak. Don't give me PR speak. Where would you be when, you know what? With that type of talk, where would you be now when Holocaust was going on or when slavery was taking place? You'd be like, well, you know what? I can't get involved. It's too political. Where would you be? Because everybody says, oh, you know what? If it was me, I would be fighting I'll be with a, history will be judging you to fighting for justice and freedom. No, you will not. That's what I'm saying. This is what this moment is. It's like slavery, because that's what they are. They're Palestinians in the occupied territories are classed as third class, not second class, third class citizens. They can never even build an extension to their homes. They can't. Water in Gaza, when they want to get water's cut off. When they want to put solar panels up, the solar panels destroyed. Facts, people. So that is my view on Arsenal Fan TV and on Robbie. When you are neutral in a situation like this, where you choose to stay neutral, you have chosen a side, and you have chosen a side of the oppressor against the oppressed. International law, read it, people, educate yourselves. Under international law, it says unoccupied people have every right to resist. Every right to resist. Who am I sitting here? Who am I? Who are you? Who are you? Sitting in your comfortable beds and on your couches, tell Palestinian people how to resist. Who are you? How dare you tell them how to resist, other than giving your unconditional support to their resistance against the oppressors, against Zionism, against racism, because that's what it is. Zionism is racism, people. And don't let anybody else tell you anything else. That is facts. None of the things, I can back everything I said up. Everything I said, I can back it up, right? So that's why I am deeply disappointed. I am disappointed. And I know that for a fact, a lot of the conscious, peace-loving people are now look at Arsenal Fan TV in a way that we did not look at them before. Because what they've chosen to do is to minimize and silence Mo in his solidarity with the Palestinian people, which is a humanitarian issue. What is a humanitarian issue, people? Facts. Here on this channel, you get it. No, there ain't nobody silencing me, people. There ain't nobody silencing you. There ain't nobody silencing you. So beware of anti-Semitism. Beware of the tropes of the fascists in America and all around Europe who have a natural hatred that goes deeper into centuries and into thousands of years of hatred of Jewish people. Beware of those things. Beware of those tropes. Jews do not control the world. Jews do not own the media. No, they do not. They do not, people. So educate yourselves. They do not. They do not. Okay? Those are old tropes, well-known tropes, well-known European, originated in Europe before any brown or black people ever got to this continent. These things will happen to the Jewish people. These things will happen to Jewish people. So educate yourselves. Love humanity. We love people. We love people. Believers, non-believers. We stand in solidarity with everybody that's fighting against discrimination and everybody that's fighting against racism or homophobia or fighting against sexism. We stand with them. This is what this channel is. Educate yourselves, people. Educate yourself. Do not equate Judaism with State of Israel, because that's what they want you to do. But don't do it. State of Israel, and not even Israeli people. I've not met that many Israeli people. I have nothing against them, but I have against their army and against their government. Their government, the brutality, the dictatorship that is Netanyahu, the war criminal that is Netanyahu. I have everything against him and his Zionist project, but I have nothing against ordinary citizens of Israel. I have nothing against, because I don't know what's in their hearts. How can I have something against them if I don't know what's in their hearts? Other than seeing a couple of videos where they're chanting death, death to the Arabs. But they've been conditioned, and I feel sorry for them, because some of them have been brainwashed. They've been brainwashed. They've been brainwashed. Because to continue to brutalize people, to continue the colonial settler project, you have to brainwash your population into thinking that everybody hates them and everybody wishes them dead. That's what you're going to have to do. That's what you're going to have to do. So I feel sorry for the Israeli citizen. I feel sorry for them. That's why this two-state solution, nada, ain't never happening. Because what's going to be given to the Palestinians? A little piece of land like that in one corner? No chance. No chance. That's why one state solution is the only solution now. One state solution, one person, one vote. Human rights apply to all of them. Human rights apply to all of them, where people can live, Jews, Muslim, Christian, and people go, it's all into because of Muslim issue. There's Christians who live in Palestine. There's Christian Palestinians. There are Christian Palestinians, and they're discriminated against, and they're not even allowed to worship at times. They're banned. They face exactly the same discrimination as the Muslims do. Facts, people. Educate yourselves. Educate yourselves. The most prominent solidarity, Palestinian solidarity campaigns throughout the whole world are the heads of these solidarities are Jewish people, conscious Jewish people, human right loving Jewish people. And I'll tell you one more thing as well, because we've gone over now. Majority of the human rights laws were written after the Second World War, after what happened, one of the most horrific, what happened, the 6 million Jews who got slaughtered in Eastern and in Germany, Eastern Europe and in Germany. Majority of those human rights laws were written by Jews, prominent Jews who survived the horrific pogroms and the murders that happened against Jewish people. They were written by them. So that's why when we say human rights, educate yourselves. We do not hate Jews. We're not anti-Semitic people. There isn't. My origin is from East Africa. There's no such thing anti-Semitism. Nobody hates the Jews. Nobody. We have a beef with Israel, who are oppressing and illegally occupying Palestinians and ethnically cleansing them slowly, not even slowly, ethnically cleansing them. Even though that there's a ceasefire now, the violence against Palestinians have not stopped, people. Have not stopped. So please educate yourselves. Educate yourself and beware of the anti-Semitic historical tropes that are against people, Jewish people, or people of the Jewish religion. Educate yourselves, people. Educate yourselves. And I would say, thank you so much for joining. There's over 100 of you in here. Nobody's going to get this video if all of you don't smash a like. If all of you don't smash a like and share and subscribe to this channel. Here, we only deal with facts. We only deal with facts, people. And I will always call it as I see it. I will always call it as I see it. This is what this channel is about, people. Win, lose, or draw, glazes out. Win, lose, or draw, glazes out. Hopefully some of you will be able to join us tonight, or maybe later on. I might do go live in the same day. That's me, people. That's me. I might do it. So after the game, I would be able to go live after the game, or later at 10:30 tonight or 10:40 tonight to be here for us to go over for my match reaction. But every one of you have been an absolute legend, people. Every one of you are a legend. Every one of you subscribe to this channel are a legend. I will always speak for human rights. Always. Ain't nobody ever silencing me. Ain't nobody ever silenced me. And big up to every one of you conscious people, regardless of your religion, regardless of your race, regardless of your gender, regardless of your sexual orientation. Big up to every one of you. Humanity as one, and we only push love, compassion, and justice. Love, kindness, compassion, and justice. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace, people. There ain't no going to be peace without justice. Ain't no one for the justice for the Palestinians. Trust me. So big up to every one of you. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you're already subscribed, people. Because I can only build this community therapy army. I can only build this with you. That was some sort of therapy. I hope it was for you as it was for me, because things to get off my chest. Things to get off my chest, people. Things to get off my chest. So big up to every one of you, man. Respect and love, man. Respect and love. I know that I've not even gone into the comment section, but respect and love, man. Respect and love. To the faces, to the new faces, welcome. To the old faces, it's always love. Always love. Always love. Always love. It's always love, man. Always love. Exactly. That's a fact, bro. US-UK empire makes Zions available, man. It saves their interests and you know, that's it. Most powerful of the most. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Exactly. Monitor leftism. Yo, big up, man. Big up your chest, man. Educated people on here, man. People who know about the facts. The facts. Facts. Yeah, hopefully soon, man. Hopefully soon. I'm going to get them on. Hopefully they'll be... Now that things are opening up, hopefully they'll be here in the studio, man. They'll be here in the studio. They'll be here. The three of us will be back to where we were, man. Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed. We're going to make that happen soon, man. We're going to make that happen soon. I promise you. But big up to every one of you guys. Big up to every one of you guys. Like I said, subscribe and like and share and let people know about the channel, people, because we're building a community here. Community here. And everybody's welcome here. Everybody. And we all stand for justice. We all stand for humanism and humanitarianism. That's what we stand for. That's who we are, people. We tell, but we don't do it coloring. We don't do it like equivocating. We don't do any of that. We say it as it is, people. We say it as it is, people. That's what we do. So peace, love, light, win, lose, or draw. Glazers out. Say it loud and say it proud, people. Say it loud and say it proud. Win, lose, or draw. Glazers out. Peace, love, and light.